Good morning. We are continuing over here in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch and the laws of transferring from one rishus, one domain, to another. Now, today's is a halacha that really requires pictures and show and tell over here, but we resigned to our words, so hopefully, Be'ez Hashem will be able to portray the case properly. In many places, yesh batim asher hagag nimshach. The roof of the house extends beyond the house, min ha'kaisel habayis, from beyond the walls of the house, the seicher rachayv, and it goes out into the street. V'nismach sham al amudim, and there are two pillars that support this extended roof that is there in the street. Also, la'oitzi min habayis l'sham, you're not allowed to walk from your house into that overhang area. Oy lahachnis misham labayis, and you can't take from that overhang area into your house. Not only that, you're not allowed to walk around in that overhang area, because that area, which is an overhang with pillars holding it up, is considered to be like the street. Either it's considered to be a public domain, or it's the Carmelis, which we said is not a public, not a private, but we're going to give it the stringencies of a public domain in that case. Even though that they have a Tzoras HaPesach, which we said is the makeshift doorway, where you have one pole on one side, another pole on the other side, and you have the lintel on top, because you have the pillars over here, and so you have the pillars that are holding at the end of this extended roof. So one pillar on one side and one on the other side, that's like the doorposts, and the overhang itself on top, that's the lintel, and therefore the dino mechitza, that really could be considered to be a mechitza, as if there's a wall over there. So therefore, however, mikol makom, nevertheless, hari minat stadin ein mechitza. But remember, the roof is extending. So even though that in the front you have the poles and you have the halachic doorway that makes it as if there's a partition, but what about the right side and what about the left side? Those are extending into the road beyond the house, and those are wide open areas. And if the wide open areas, so therefore there's no mechitza there's no partition. And therefore, if you want to do it right, you're going to have to make a Tzoras HaPesach, you're going to have to make a halachic doorway over here. So you put a board on one side of the house, and you put a board on the other side of the house. Opposite the pillar which the roof is resting on. Now you have a Tzoras HaPesach, you have another halachic doorway over there, and v'chein mikatza hasheni, so too on the other side, it's the same idea. And now what do you have? Now you end up having a doorway on both the right and the left side as well, and therefore you're going to end up consider that you have a partition in that case, and it'll be as it's closed off, and then you'd be allowed to carry there. Now, if you have, let's say, three houses all connected right next to each other, you can have such a thing, I guess, if you have like townhouses, and one is right next to the other in a row. So and there's an overhang from all the houses. What do you do over there? Says the Gemara, so then you can take this lechi, as we said before, which is the board, is the piece of wood that you're going to make for the doorpost, the halachic doorpost, put it at the end of one of the houses. Then you go three houses down and you put another one at the end of the other house. And you make something else called an eruv chatzeros, which we'll get to as well, which is a way to connect all of these homes together, which would allow you to be able to carry in that space. Okay, I know that's a bit confusing, especially when you can't see the pictures. If you have a Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, which is written by Art Scroll, you look on page 214 in your print, and you will see the pictures over there. Have a wonderful day.